All right, thank you guys. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Well, happy Tuesday to you. Hopefully, it's actually Tuesday at the time I'm recording this video right now. But you might be watching it on Turkey Day, and if you're watching it, then happy Thanksgiving to you. If you're watching on Tuesday, hopefully you had a great start to your week yesterday. We're going to break down some NFL Week 12 action, and more specifically, we're going to focus in on our Turkey Day games. We got 3 of them this Thursday, so let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start off with Houston taking on Detroit. 12:30 p.m. Eastern kickoff at Ford Field on Thanksgiving. The Houston Texans are the 3.5-point favorite on the road. Total's 51.5. We're 5-1 in our last 6 Underdog tier package picks on patreon.com/Brock Page. And access to the Underdog tier membership costs just $4.99. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, I'm going to explain a little bit more about it in just a few moments. We're also 2-1 in our last 3 NFL tier membership plays on that site as well. We have over 750 members signed up and active on that site. And if you want to join those folks and get in on the action, I would love to have you. I strongly recommend it. And link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/Brock Page. Now, the Texans are just 1-4 straight up on the road this season, 1-4 against the spread in those road contests. Houston scoring just 22 points per game, and they're rushing for less than 85 yards per contest. David Johnson's rushing for just 40 yards a game, and he's punched it into the end zone just 3 times on the ground. And, through 10 games, this Houston team has just 6 total rushing touchdowns. This Houston offensive line has also given up 26 sacks thus far in the season. Nearly 3 sacks per contest they're allowing on Deshaun Watson. Meanwhile, defensively, the Texans are allowing 28 points per contest on the road and nearly 190 yards a game on the ground. Man, we're having a good one today. Houston has a pitiful 2 interceptions all season long and just 5 total takeaways. Houston's failed to cover the point spread against the likes of Jacksonville and Minnesota this season. Randall Cobb is out. Calamite, Stills, Tunsil, and Gillespie are questionable. Meanwhile, on the Detroit side of things, Amendola, Galladay, Hand, and Swift are all listed as questionable for Detroit. And speaking of the Lions, they're scoring 26 points per contest at home, and they're gaining nearly 6 yards per play from scrimmage in that same category. Matthew Stafford has thrown for nearly 2,600 yards, along with 17 touchdown passes. Marvin Jones Jr. has over 450 yards receiving on the season, along with 5 touchdown receptions. And tight end TJ Hawkinson also has 40 grabs for 441 and 5 scores himself. Now, Detroit's in the top 5 in first quarter scoring, top 3 in third quarter scoring as well. And when it comes to the total on this one, 3 out of Detroit's last 4 ball games got over the posted number. They're also 4-0 to the over at Ford Field this season. Meanwhile, the Texans are currently 80% to the over when they travel. Give me the underdog Detroit Lions plus 3.5 and the over 51.5 in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick time out and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for NFL football week 14. And of course, this is our Thanksgiving Day edition. But before we dive into some more free content right here on YouTube, just got to quickly remind you once again that we are 5-1 in our last 6 Underdog tier package picks on patreon.com/Brock Page. And if you want to access our Underdog tier package, it's only going to cost you just $4.99. We also went 2-1 in our last 3 NFL tier package picks on that site as well. Now, you might be wondering, why would I sign up for picks on Patreon where I can get them all just for free right here on YouTube? And that's certainly a great thought, a great concern. If I were you, if I was in your position, if I was in your shoes right now watching this video, watching me, I'd probably be thinking the same thing. So we're on the same page there. But let me tell you this. if you were to go out there and bet every single game that's on the board, side and total, like I do right here with my breakdowns here on YouTube, it's certainly not a winning formula for success. I don't recommend doing that with your hard-earned money. And as a matter of fact, doing that would be a recipe for disaster. The books are way too smart. They're way too sharp with the numbers. The odds become massively more against you the more games you bet like that. And to be honest with you, the bookies just have just so much more money than you do to be able to absorb that type of action. You're absolutely no threat firing away, throwing darts, betting every single game. So what I do on Patreon is I break it down and focus in on just 3 to 4 premium selections per day. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And I'll tell you this much, I'm having a lot more success betting on games that way versus wagering on every single competition on the slate, side and total. Now, if you're curious and you want to know, a little bit more about it, do people actually sign up? Guys, we currently have over 750 members signed up and active on that site. And if you want to join those folks and get in on the action, I strongly recommend it. I would love to have you. And the link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Moving on, we're going to take a look at some NFC East divisional competition here. I'm talking about Washington versus Dallas, 4:30 p.m. Eastern kickoff at Jerry World. And the Cowboys are the 3.5-point favorite at home. Totals 46. Now the Cowboys